Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ricardo. If you are like me and you like to party, then you might want to join our membership plan on this YouTube thing that Zuckerberg likes. Who owns YouTube? It's Google. Some other dude owns it. Probably Elon Musk now. But if you want to have the Michael Jordan of membership plans, then this is it. 10 years, $199 a month, and it gets you this. It's early access to new episodes. It's access to our entire video podcast library without any ads, 0 ads. You'll get access to a bunch of like emojis to comment and stuff, and one of them's a tajin bottle, which I love, tajin. More perks are coming this coming year. Probably maybe some live streaming, maybe, who knows? I'm going to tease that right here. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, just click the little join button below. It's $199. Don't forget. I'm not tricking you into something. Otherwise, the link to join our membership channel is available on the podcast description. Just go to the old description. All right. Okay, let's go.
I love that.
It's gonna be stuck in our brains for a little bit, dude.
What was
I
that?
think I'm in the dark
doing?
about this one.
Oh, the meme? You haven't heard the meme?
I don't think I have.
Okay, let's go.
What was he doing?
No, I have no idea.
He was DJing a Lego party.
Oh, he was DJing a Lego party. Oh.
Yeah,
a Lego party.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna just post this for later, but I'll post it.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's go. Or okay, let's go, I guess.
Okay, let's go.
When I hear the words "okay, let's go" without context, my mind defaults to Counter-Strike.
Why? What was in Counter-Strike? I forgot. It was so long.
Let's go.
All right. Remember AZN?
AZN?
What, you mean like the entire concept of AZN from like the late 90s to early 2000s?
All of the internet gaming
like
clans.
rice decals and all?
Yeah, they're all Asian, so they were the AZN gaming groups.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when people used to be in, like, clans? Are clans still a thing?
I'll bet they are, but...
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should be in a clan.
Yeah,
clan with the C, not with the K.
Dude, you go to a dark place. The clans mean it's a nice word, but you perverted it, dude. You went there, dude. It's like we're saying the N word, but we're not talking about the N word. We're talking about something else, dude. You know, we were talking about Nicaragua.
Yeah. Talking about nicotine.
I don't want to be a part of a clan.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the Star Trek clan. I don't want to be in any clans.
You don't want to be in a crusty comedy classic?
Yeah, dude. I want to be in the Jean-Claude Van Damme clan.
Clan.
Yeah.
The damn clan.
Yeah.
The damn clan.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The Jean-Claude clan.
the
Jean-Claude Van Clan.
Dude, you know what'd be crazy, dude? If like they did an episode of Picard, and it turns out that they had a third brother, right? So it was a winemaker, the captain, and the Kumite guy, and it's Jean-Claude
Van Picard.
Jean-Claude Picard, and he shows up, and he's like. He's like, brother, we were making wine, and he was out.
His feet were so strong, he stopped the best wine.
Yeah,
because his feet were so strong, but he decided to pursue more difficult tasks with his feet.
Yeah,
and
roundhouse kicking.
Yes, that was more.
And he's got the accent, dude. He would say Robert, correct, dude. Yeah.
But this week. We didn't watch Jean-Claude Van Damme. We watched Imaginary Friend.
You didn't. I did.
Which, in a way, if you watch JCVD, he talks about like imaginary things quite often in that show or that movie. So,
can I say something about this episode?
Oh, you can say anything about this.
This is the best episode ever.
Really?
The writers. For the writers.
Stop.
Because they made a 5-minute thing. Last the whole 45 minutes. They're geniuses, dude. They're geniuses.
It did have 5 writers.
I feel like that makes a writer's job harder.
I mean,
I don't know if the writer loves it. Well, okay, I could say like because of research into the episode, at least one of the writers loved it, and I hate him.
Well, I think Ricardo's saying this is a triumph for the writers.
Yeah, it's a triumph for the will. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
Let's
like it's an accomplishment.
Dark,
it's a feat. It is a feat of strength of the writers.
It is
to have gotten through an entire episode of this.
It is a feat of will.
Yeah,
if you will.
I was once in film class. I think I told you guys this. I applauded a really horrible movie, Birth of a Nation, because it was finally over. And like no one got my joke, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." I'm like, "Yeah, but aren't you happy it's over?" And then like half the class got it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's right, dude." And half the class is like, "No, that's a horrible joke." It's like, "No, it's over. We sat through this piece of shit movie, dude."
Once in film history class, they were showing The Yellow Man, which is a story of a white man in yellow face. That's not the story, but
is it Mickey Rooney?
No, but it's like the story of like a Chinese man who is addicted to opium, who falls in love with a woman who is like being beaten up by her boyfriend.
Oh boy.
And you know, the Chinese man is played by a white guy in yellow face, obviously, given the time.
But did you clap at the end of the movie?
Well, no, what happened was there's a scene where he saves her. He saves her from being killed, right? So he takes her to, you know, rest in bed. She wakes up and she realizes he has been taking care of her this whole time. And then the text card that comes up for silent movies. So it came up and it said, "Why are you so good to me, Chinky?" And I just fucking laughed out loud in class. I was laughing for like a good 20 seconds and everyone was like, and I'm like, "It's fine. I'm Korean. I can laugh at this. This is awful."
Yeah, but you're not Chinese, so
that's true.
Yeah, dude.
Still not okay.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have known the difference back then. They wouldn't have known.
Oh my God. Well, you were in a dark theater. Was everyone sure they could like believe you and see you?
I mean, I was laughing pretty loud, so they knew where to look. I think
theaters aren't pitch black.
The professor. I'm pretty sure the professor was chuckling at me laughing. Because I think he realized why I'm laughing, because it's so absurd. The title card comes out of nowhere. Because the movie, for its time, is attempting to treat an Asian man with like respect, trying to, even though it's a man in yellow face, but they're trying to be respectful somehow, but it's still hilarious when that card comes out of nowhere and you're like, all right, well.
So these fuckers, dude.
Yeah.
These fuckers. Let me tell you what these fuckers did.
Okay.
They got together. How many people wrote this episode, Dan?
It's 5.
I don't know. But a whole screen of them popped up.
5 dudes got together and said, "Have you guys heard of the clown joke?"
What?
And the other one's like, "What's a clown joke?" Is like, "Have you guys heard of the clown joke?"
No.
So the clown joke is it's an exercise in improvisation. So basically you start with, when I was a little kid, I was at a birthday party and a clown threw a fucking pie in my face.
Okay.
And then you improvise as long as you can get people's attention going and you keep it.
Okay, so it's an improv activity.
You improvise a story that goes in between, and at the end you're like, and then at the end I'm this age, I find the clown, I throw a pie in his face and I say, "Fuck you, clown." And that's how it ends. But
so you know the beginning and the end.
Yeah, and you fill it in, and it's an exercise in how people will follow you.
And the end of this story.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how I feel like they're like, "I bet you I can get at least one, like an A storyline." And he's like, "I don't think so, dude." And then other guy's like, "I challenge you. No B storyline. No B storyline."
I mean, this would have been the perfect episode to have a B storyline. But
it morphs into its own B storyline and forgets its A storyline.
It eats itself. It's an Ouroboros.
Yeah, it's an Ouroboros of storytelling.
Yeah, of annoying storytelling, dude.
But this episode, Imaginary Friend, first aired on May 4th of 1992. Not quite May 5th. So
right.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, it's May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, actually.
So, yes, which is exactly what Star Trek is about. The Force.
Exactly.
There's no difference around the sun.
Okay, so I only got 2 things.
Wait, Dan, this episode could be midichlorians for all we know. We can call these people the midichlorians.
Well, yeah, like
right?
Random bullshit in space just flying around. I only got 2 things. One big thing, one small thing.
Okay.
So I'll start with the big thing.
Oh.
On April 29th, So a long while back, I mentioned that Rodney King was brutally beaten by the LAPD, after which charges were filed against the officers for excessive force. So fast forward to 4/29, when a jury acquitted the officers, sparking multiple days of some pretty historical riots in Los Angeles.
Yep.
The mayor instituted a dusk to dawn curfew that lasted until the day of airing, 5/4. They had the National Guard, Army, Marines all called in. It was nuts. You can look up footage on the internet.
My dad was there. He was in an area where they were rioting. And,
it was gnarly.
It was scary for him.
And unfortunately, it was especially devastating to the Koreatown and its community, as there are several factors why those businesses in particular were popular targets for the rioters at the time. But that's a whole podcast series for other dudes with better research to make.
Although my dad actually said later that he was like, well, of course they were mad. They beat the shit out of him. Like, of course they would be mad. Like, what
Which is not a very common sentiment for a Korean man of his age to have had at the time.
Yeah, I was like slightly surprised that was his take, and I was like, all right, well, cool. I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
they were mad for good reason.
So I'll just conclude with a bit of statistics. By the end of it all, they had found that 63 people had been killed, over 2,300 people more were injured, and more than 12,000 people had been arrested. And finally, the minor thing. On April 30th, the very next day, the 208th and very final episode of The Cosby Show aired on NBC.
Oof, very controversial, dude. The other thing that's not so controversial, this one, very controversial.
Okay.
What?
Yes. Actually, you are absolutely right, Ricardo.
Would you say that was like the first? I mean, all putting the seriousness aside, to make a joke. Do you think that's when the timeline branched out and that's when everything became viral? It was this and then OJ and then that's what kind of spawned the Kardashians.
Rodney King was the first videotaped version of catching police brutality on tape.
I've only done minor research on this, and the internet will correct me if I'm wrong, but I've read this in various things that the reason that dude was out there filming was because he was trying to get behind the scenes footage of Terminator 2 being filmed at the time.
Oh wait, I think I remember you mentioning that the last time
right?
News article related to this came up.
Yeah. He was just out there trying to get a scoop on, because he was so obsessed with fucking Terminator. And
was that true? Did that
was also back when if you got that. So by the way, that is true. If you search about it, the guy who had the video confirmed that's why he was shooting. And that's also back when if you had BTS footage of events like that, you could sell it to news media,
Entertainment Weekly. I mean, Entertainment Tonight and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's why he was doing it. But yeah, that is actually what happened. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Being a paparazzo actually used to be more lucrative before.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not lucrative.
Yes, it's a very good thing it's not lucrative.
But anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Trip Around the Sun, everybody.
Oh my God.
Wasn't a very fun one.
We're back now.
Well, just like the episode, it wasn't very fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man,
people can't be complaining. If people start complaining about this episode, they're like, "Oh, it they
was one of the best ones."
30. Fuck! How could you guys fucking shit on this fucking show? It's beautiful. I will be so upset.
It's this and Darmok.
This is somebody's Darmok.
This is somebody's Darmok.
So
yeah. You know what? I still stand by the Darmok. It's a boring fucking. It's a boring fucking episode. But this episode, man, I'm still impressed, dude. These writers, they're amazing. They did it, dude. They did it to us, and it costs very little to do this. I mean, I guess the effects. There's a couple of effects,
but they're easy effects. It's stuff you do in editing. Effects.
Also, a lot of the cast had very few scenes, so you think they had to be in less days. So I guess they just get paid.
It's a Deanna heavy episode, right? So it's mostly Deanna they needed.
Yeah, but
everyone else.
I guess I'm trying to think of the pay. They weren't getting less paid. They're getting the same amount per episode.
Yeah, because that's not how you work when you're a full player on a show, right? So you just paid a salary for that season, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes in this episode got some good paychecks, dude, because they're in the whole episode.
Well, before we dive too deep into it, let's just do our sponsors real quick, because hey, it's still holiday season. It's still a good time to buy something for your loved one. And maybe your loved one would like a nice wallet from Ekster. That's EKSTER.com. You go to the website. And the thing is,
Extra sounds like a delicious dish, doesn't it?
I'm gonna eat a little smack of Ekster.
Honey, I know it's Thursday, but we should go out and get some extra.
Make some extra pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds more like an ingredient to me than a dish alone.
Because extra, I think, means magpie. So,
oh, you can't say that, Marvin. You can't say that here, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
But
you can say man, but you can't say that, dude. You can't say magpie.
Yeah.
You can say cream pie, but you can't say magpie, dude.
You know what Ekster's all about.
It reminds me of magpies, dude.
Well, they have beautiful wallets, beautiful backpacks. They have beautiful weekend bags, which Ricardo has been looking at.
Guys,
he's been into that.
Ekster, send me a weekend bag, dude. Come on, be cool, dude.
But did you know that with our new link, partner.ekster.com/newbie, or if you just use our old offer code newbie at ekster.com, right now up until I think somewhere in mid-December, I don't know the exact date, you get 55% off any order site-wide. It's a lot off. So, and that's more than even they're offering on their own website, given the other sales going on. It's an absurd amount of money off. So even on top of that, you still get free shipping on any order of $50 or more. Free returns within 100 days of receiving your order.
100 days, that's 3 months.
I know, over 3 months, actually, At least a 12-month warranty on all products. I think Grid products actually have 2 years. And you get a free tool card with any order of $125. This is all good stuff. And with the 55% off, it's pretty good. So you can head on over to partner.ekster.com/newbie or just use the offer code newbie whenever you check out at ekster.com. And if you go there in time, you'll get up to 55% off when you buy
if you go now, probably.
Yeah, like when you're hearing
close
this,
to Thanksgiving,
dude. Yeah, dude,
guys, and then it's so close to Christmas that is Merry Christmas. It's so close that here's the thing: you're gonna forget somebody. You're gonna forget somebody's gift. It's probably an uncle, or it might be even your dad, dude. Where you're like, it just slipped through the cracks. Didn't get dad a fucking gift. But if you just bought this and just kept it as a backup gift, I think it'd pay off. I think it would pay off because what about your boss? If you're the type of like employee that gets their boss a birthday Christmas gift, boom, it's a great gift for the boss. If you're going to a Christmas exchange, boom, it's a good gift for that, dude.
Yeah,
it's a good gift for a lot of things. Just have an extra gift,
Yeah.
A lot of these things aren't very large either, so you could like keep a little drawer of them. Maybe
just hide them. Just hide them somewhere.
Yeah,
until you're ready.
Father's Day, boom.
Yeah.
But you get the savings.
A bunch and leave them around the house.
Yeah, like for Easter, dude. Interesting. I like that, dude. Like a dude, like a bro,
little eggs everywhere,
like a bro Easter. You invite all your bros and go. I left little extra
this one's got a wallet in it. Oh, nice. This one's got a money clip.
Yeah,
nice.
This one's got cocaine.
Nice.
Yeah, why not? Nice. Just get like a few hundred wallets. Why not?
If you love your bros, you're gonna get wallets.
Oh, this egg's got a solid gold wallet in it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, the special one. You're the winner.
You're the winner.
You win this smaller silver wallet.
But our next sponsor, ExpressVPN. If you want to make sure that you are perusing the internet safely, getting a VPN is a great way of doing that. And ExpressVPN just might be the best VPN out there. It is, in my opinion, because it's the VPN I've personally been using for years at this point. Because
me too.
After a lot of research, I was like, oh, it's not only super fast, like the name suggests, it's actually also very, very secure. This Thanksgiving, impenetrable by turkeys. This VPN.
Whoa.
Nice.
So,
really? That's very important.
These turkeys are going to get keistered because they flushed their shit, this company.
And, they even expanded. They're available in 104 countries now, I think. I think that's the number. Or 102. I don't know the exact number. But over 100. It's a lot. And their password managing software, ExpressVPN Keys, is now out of beta. It's for public access. So if you want to try it out, and to be honest, I've actually been using it personally on a few things just to try it out, see how it works. And it's been pretty flawless in the way it works. It ties directly into Chrome, and you can also just do it on your phone. One thing I've been really liking about it, which I didn't see with other password managers. So the big dumb part of password managers is that they give you like a crazy password, right? So either you have to type it slowly this crazy random password, or you copy paste it. That's what most people do. They copy paste it. But if you forget, you'll leave it on your clipboard, right? And that's exposing your password potentially to other apps that read passwords. There are apps that do this. TikTok actually reads your clipboard. So keep that in mind. But ExpressVPN, like 2 minutes after you've copied from their password manager, it'll actually wipe your clipboard. It's actually smart enough to do that. So it actually keeps you safe.
So you don't have to remember to do it.
Yeah, if you forgot because you're doing something really fast.
Yeah. It sounds like Sarah has a clipboard something.
I do.
Sounds like it felt
That's
it. I felt
good.
it in your voice. Like it's like don't do the same mistake I did.
It's been an issue, yeah.
So if you want, and up to 5 devices or 8 devices, they actually add 3 more. There's a lot of stuff you can do with ExpressVPN. So head on over to
how do you think they got to 8?
Just because they were like, let's just add 3 more.
You think some dude was doing the math and he's like, we could afford 3 more.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, we can afford
we can afford to give them 3 more. And he's like, you think it's gonna make a difference, Tim? And he's like, yeah, people are gonna go nuts, dude. Like 5 to 3, that's like more than half.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah,
so it's more than 1.5 times the amount of devices that can be used.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, you can head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek, and if you sign up for 12 months, it actually becomes 15 months, an extra 3 months for free, which means the entire package is 49% off, only $6.67 a month if you live in the United States. It's slightly different elsewhere, but it's just scales with whatever the equivalent of $6.67.
If you're in Mexico, it's pesos. Come on, dude. It's thousands of pesos.
So again, expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they'll give you 3 months full free.
If you're in Switzerland, it's Swiss cheese.
It's not Frank's.
3 wheels of cheese.
Oh my God. I laughed. I thought that was way funnier than it should have been.
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
Who's a cheesehead in the fucking on the Enterprise, dude? Who loves fucking cheese?
Oh, it's Picard. He's French.
You think so?
Yeah,
he's French.
Yeah, but you never see him
he
fucking.
Ought to, but if not him, I would suggest Barclay
or Riker.
Who's Barclay?
Riker loves food allegedly. Broccoli Rob.
Ruby Rod.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Rob.
Ruby Rod.
Oh my God.
I'm misremembering names now.
That dude definitely likes cheese, dude. Like good fancy cheese, dude.
Yeah, like he likes washed rind cheeses.
Yeah,
he likes the
he's like
shit.
He's like sometimes I go into the holodeck and just fucking have a cheese day. It's not even sexual. He's like, it's just cheese.
I just don't want to bother anyone else.
That's the
with
one
my
program
cheese.
he couldn't actually bear to delete forever. It's his cheese program.
Yeah, it was a cheese program.
Everybody, and if anybody hacks the holodeck and they're like, what the fuck is this cheese program? He's like, it's probably something fucking dirty, dude. Don't look at it. And it's literally broccoli Rob.
It's the most epic charcuterie plate you've ever seen in your life. And you're like, oh shit.
Like
it's broccoli Rob in a Costco warehouse with like an endless fucking table of cheese.
Like at the Whole Foods, where you see like that big ass, very well curated cheese counter, and you're like, oh.
Can you eat in the holodeck and it be real?
Yeah.
Type thing?
I think it replicates food.
Or is it
I think
imaginary?
if you eat, it's replicating it.
Yeah.
But you had to tell it real ice cream? None of that fucking fake shit.
Yeah. No, synth ice cream. None of that synth ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a question because it's like, say you do eat like replicated food in the holodeck, when you get rid of the program or whatever, like the food that's been replicated for you, like you retain that matter, don't you?
You shit it out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we'll
I
feel like you have to, but it's kind of weird that you do.
Yeah.
Can you get diabetes from holodeck food?
I don't know.
No.
Because this invites a possibility that the holodeck can generate things that it can't undo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, diabetes in general,
like babies,
they just solve it using super insulin. They just
no, that's the one thing they can't figure out, dude.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, we solved everything except.
Or like we've done everything.
He's just like in Barclay, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. It's the only thing they could not solve in the future. They're like type 2 diabetes.
No. They solve one. They solve one.
God, what a good game.
But not two.
So
two still running rampant. Dude.
The ultimate diabetes boss is just a bag of sugar.
The victory animation's so good.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm sorry. I'm just too
everyone
busy
play-
here remembering Barkley.
Everyone play Barkley, Shut Up and Jam
Shut up and
Gaiden.
jam Gaiden.
Ignore the racial slur about LeBron James's ancestor, though. Don't look at that.
No, I don't remember that
God.
part. I just remember the dating sim part and other.
The guy did not know it was a slur. That's what he put it in. So that's why.
Okay.
He just read it on forums and was like, sure. But yeah. Well, so what happened in this episode?
In this episode. Here's the thing: is that nothing happened. Nothing happened. So basically, the whole episode. Oh, it's so annoying. This is by far, I think, the most annoying episode we watched.
It doesn't really seem to fit in. It doesn't really.
It's a really obnoxious episode.
Yeah,
you're right. It doesn't.
Here's the thing: is that it doesn't. I don't hate it. It's just annoying.
I think the thing that Sarah and I noticed as we were watching is that like so many of the scenes are just two child actors talking to each other, and they're not very good. Yeah. So it's just kind of like painful to watch. It's kind of like,
also like this episode in a series like this, in a season like this, I mean, where it's like, oh, okay, there's some bangers here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some very good episodes this season.
And to have this episode and this be, how many episodes are left? Like 2?
There's 4 episodes after this.
How could they end like this, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they blew it.
It seems misplaced. Like this episode just kind of appears in a season that is relatively good, but this episode's not that great. I don't know what it's.
It's almost a season 1.
You think they filmed it randomly and then they because Ro's not here. So it's like, you think they just filmed it and they're like,
Ro
whenever
is not here.
You know, he's like, we don't know if
I mean, it was written pretty randomly.
Wait, is Data even in this episode?
He is.
Yeah, Data's
for like a minute, right?
He's the one watching the clouds and being like, "That's supposed to be."
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think like who appears. Like maybe somebody was on vacation or something.
It's very forgettable, this episode.
See, everyone actually. So, like, it was written very randomly in the sense that there's 5 people it kept going through, and like they had different versions of the girl. Like originally, the girl was like super nice and happy. And I think
when you say the girl, do you mean Isabella?
Yeah, the imaginary girl. Yes.
Oh, Megan. You mean Megan?
M3gan. But what happened was Brandon Braga eventually got the script and was like, "This is super boring. I'm gonna make her scary, and that'll make it."
Wait, his name is Brandon Braga.
Brandon Braga.
Brandon.
Brandon. No D. Brannon.
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 Is that a real name, dude? Is that real?
That is a real. He has it, so it's real.
Brannon. Brannon Bravo.
But yeah, he was like, "This sucks. Let's make her scary," and that's when
sorry, Brandon, it didn't work.
It feels like Brandon or whatever his name is, like he wears all black and he has a ring. He has rings in every finger,
probably.
And he's like, guys, this episode sucks. We can make it better.
Also, they threw in Guinan at the last minute because Whoopi Goldberg said out of nowhere, "Hey, I'm available. Do you want to shoot?" And then, like literally, like the day before shooting, they just wrote her scenes in.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's exactly how it feels.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is that
it's like, can you talk about your imaginary stupid dog for 2 scenes?
That has nothing to do with the rest of the episode. It has no relevance whatsoever.
And doesn't have any like overall greater significance to the themes or like what's actually happening. Like people's lives are at stake, so shut up.
You know. Here's the thing: is that there's no reason to go through this episode. We're just gonna rant about what the things we loved, and which is not a lot, and the things we hated.
The general premise. You could just say the general premise.
Yeah, it's the Ghost in the Machine. Look, again, dude, another Solarbaby that shows up, dude.
Another Solarbaby.
Dude,
I can't tell you how like annoyed I already was by seeing a fucking point of light come out of space.
How many fucking times?
Just barge into the fucking ship and start going through people's heads, and I'm like,
I need to make
the child again.
I need to make a collection of how many times energy has just entered the ship and started touching things.
Yeah.
Like,
stop it.
like
you don't need to do it anymore.
Stop it.
We have a lot of good stuff in Star Trek by now. We don't need this.
There's got to be some way to prevent these solar babies from coming in, right?
We need a Solarbaby barrier.
You guys want to watch the movie
keep on
to see how they stop
impersonating
them.
children. Why?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Here's the thing about the Solarbabies, and here's the thing I suspect. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe in the future they explain this. I have a theory that the crew of the Enterprise are constantly getting fucking bathed in fucking radiation, and they all have cancer, and they have to get rid of their cancer every fucking day, dude.
Probably.
Because how is the security layer so fucking thin, dude, that the Solarbabies keep coming through, dude?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it be like shielded electrically or like something like that prevents shit like that from just penetrating them at all times? And
Yeah, they shouldn't be getting penetrated, dude.
I mean, the sensors never pick up anything.
Consent. Yeah. So basically, this Solarbaby comes in and it scans everybody, goes in people's heads. If it had gotten in Broccoli Rob's fucking head, they would have left it. It'd been like, this guy is perverted and he likes feet. I'm out.
that would have been like, we need to destroy the ship right away.
By the way, I don't want to king shame anybody that likes feet. If you like feet, go more power to
Ricardo very much does not.
Yeah, I just hate feet.
He's wearing Crocs right now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm the Croc hunter. So anyway, so the Solarbaby comes in and it scans everybody except Rob, and then finally it scans the little girl, and he's like, basically, he found someone who was very vulnerable, took advantage of her, dude.
Yes,
and was like, boom, gonna take advantage of her. This is another case where no one by us, we haven't brought it up, but that, like, in general, it's the same thing that I have the problem that I have with Twilight, which is, don't forget this dude's 5,000 years old and he's hanging out with a high school girl. Right. 5,000 years old. How old is this fucking Solarbaby, dude? It's not a baby, dude.
I think they actually tried to imply that it was young.
I don't buy it, dude.
Because even Picard at the end said, oh, you're viewing this through the perspective of a child. And I think it might not be literally just that it's because of her friendship with the girl. I think it's also because it is manifested as a child. That might be why. I don't know.
But like, no. I took it as the only reason why it took on that the reason why it takes on the perspective of the child is because it happened to filter through Clara's like imaginary friend. Like,
yeah, she's like, oh, she already built half this lie already. I'm just gonna fill it in and give her more trauma. Gonna give
like there was a persona already built for her.
Wait, yeah, so is that the way it's supposed to be perceived?
Yes, because look, when Clara, was that her name?
I think so.
Yeah, the redhead girl with
the victim. The victim is Clara. Okay.
Yeah, the victim.
So when Megan shows up, Clara doesn't go, "Oh, who are you?" It's like exactly like she imagined her.
Right.
Yeah.
She just goes, "Why can I see you now?"
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so I have a question then. So was the imaginary friend not unrelated to the Solarbaby? So there was initially an imaginary friend. Solarbaby took advantage of imaginary friend, or are they not related? Are they related? You know what I'm saying?
The Solarbaby came along and embodied the imaginary friend that Claire had already invented.
Oh, okay.
He exploited her memories.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, like you see when the stupid like little expando like glowing ball like goes through
into her head.
Wait, but now I'm curious about what you thought was happening.
I thought that the Solarbaby was actually causing her was the imaginary friend up front, and it just
it entered the Enterprise way later. So.
Okay. I didn't understand that. So now,
honestly, Sarah, I feel like your version would make more sense as an overall complete story.
You should have been the sixth writer, maybe.
Yeah.
So this thing comes in, exploits her, gives her more trauma, and then at the end says, she's like, "Well, I love you," and it's like, and it just beats it.
Goodbye.
It just beats it. Friends forever. I love you. And then
I hope you come back.
Yeah.
And in Clara's mind, she's like, "We are never coming back." Fuck you. We're not ever coming back.
I think that everything was very silly, and I'm trying to think. Basically, the whole episode, they're like, "Fucking Clara, you stupid fucking kid, you just beat it."
It's so frustrating how like half the episode they're discussing it from the perspective of, "Oh, the imaginary friend is just getting out of hand, and we need to do things."
It's like, is this healthy for the child? It's like, no, that's not the concern anymore.
We're just waiting for the moment when they discover it's real, right? Like that's the whole point. Like we're just going like we know. Okay, we get it.
Yeah,
we get it. They don't know, but we need to let them know. Otherwise, the plot cannot continue. Like
you know who could have who could have saved everything? It was Deanna? An extra in this episode.
Oh,
well, and not just Deanna, but there was also someone who did nothing because it was none of her business. There's a lady in the Arboretum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's always okay. Every time anyone enters the Arboretum, the lady always just kind of looks at them and goes, and just goes back to whatever she's doing. Like she does not pay attention.
Nothing
to anything.
Is her chair. Nothing is her problem.
I dig this lady.
Gives no fucks.
I dig this lady because she's seen too much shit, dude. You know what I mean? She's like, I've seen shoeless Irish ladies coming in here with whiskey, dude. I've seen.
She's my favorite character.
Yeah, I've seen Tapatio Hot Hands in here.
It's funny because like even when Picard comes in with a bunch of people,
confront Isabella later, like she's just in the back, like what the fuck's going on in the back?
Not my chair, not my problem.
Yeah, exactly. She reminds me of remember the episode Who Watches the Watchers when they're in the video transmission and the thing fucking explodes. And then they start zooming in on Picard really dramatically, and it takes him like 30 seconds to respond. In the lower left corner, you see the ensign who's driving the ship. He just has a smirk on his face. He's just like, these fucking idiots. They exploded. Yeah. That's what this background extra reminds me. Because they're told not to do anything, right? Like that's what the extras are always told.
To be neutral.
Yes, exactly. They're told to like, do not interfere with the scene.
Yeah.
So what can they do?
Yeah.
Like, this episode just really made me realize how many single parents there are on the Enterprise.
Yeah, that's really common.
Well, that's how they pay for the child support.
Like it's like there's no mama to be.
Well, she
seen.
died in the Venom Wars.
The Venom Wars.
It's just the single dad guy, and it seems like the kids also, when their parents are working, they just hang out in their quarters alone.
Why wouldn't they?
There's nothing they're latchkey kids. Yeah,
I guess there's nothing dangerous. They don't need a babysitter.
Kidnapped? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess they're not worried about sexual predators in the Enterprise. Which is like, you think they just did away with it? You think Deanna like sifted them out because she couldn't sift out the fact that she was telling the truth. This girl.
That's also true. She couldn't sense that her truth about the child was real versus imaginary,
and it just made me think that like
Deanna's useless. Yeah,
that too. It also just made me think how dangerous the Enterprise is. I know we say that all the time, but for these children that are there's just families of people and there's so many threats. It feels like that can affect your.
No wonder she made an imaginary friend. She needs a coping mechanism.
I bet they're roving child gangs in the Enterprise.
Yeah, or clans.
I bet there are decks that like belong to crews. Yeah, they're clans all over the decks.
There's clans with K's all over the decks.
There are areas that are off limits to kids versus that was interesting to learn too.
But only like verbally, like there's nothing like that prevents access.
Yeah.
Because nothing in the Enterprise requires like a key card or anything to enter. You can just walk in to anywhere.
Yeah, because what's her name? Kaylin was like, hey. Where's your dad, dude? You can't come in here without an adult.
But like
it's
you
like
would think.
Do you think they treat it like a rated R movie? They're like, look, you can't come here alone, dude. But if you bring a parent, you can come in and drink, dude.
I mean, there was once a little boy who ate ice cream with Geordi in 10 Forward. So that was one thing. So I think if you're accompanied by an adult, it's cool.
You think the Enterprise takes your kid if you give them synthahol?
Well, so that's a good point. At that point, why not let kids drink if it just leaves their system immediately anyway?
Maybe they do when supervised.
I mean,
maybe that's the point of bringing a chaperone.
Well, during the Naked Now, Wesley had never been drunk before.
Maybe because he's a bitch.
Yeah, dude. Me, because he doesn't like to fuck, dude. But
not a party.
Yeah, dude. He doesn't know how to party, dude. Here's the thing, dude.
Like the fucking, like you would think places like engineering's a whole deck. You would think you need like security access in order to be able to enter engineering from the turbolift. but I guess she could just
Get real, Marvin. Well, this is TNG.
Yeah, this
Marvin,
is TNG. They don't have
Marvin.
security
We've been discussing
cameras.
this in season
They don't have
fucking
anything.
1.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so let's
Shut up.
Shut up.
I want to talk about
Shut
one
up
thing.
about that.
I want to talk about one thing that's gonna lead to another thing.
Okay.
But hear me out, guys.
Okay.
What the fuck does this alien want?
Mm.
Does
They
just
wanted
it wants
the
clean
fucking energy sources, which
Okay,
is another
okay.
thing I
Got
hate
it.
about
Got
the
it.
episode.
Okay, now hear me out about this, okay?
Uh,
This goddamn Solarbaby is fucking stupid as shit, dude. Because why not read everybody's minds? Get to like Geordi and be like, okay, I have to replicate an engineer. Boom, replicates an engineer. Boom, he's in there. Like, what the fuck's why does it? If he's getting the energy, why not?
Shut up.
If you're in T1000,
Shut up, Ricardo.
he's basically a T1000, and he could change into anything, and he picks a fucking child. This doesn't make any fucking sense for this fucking show. But
That's why they
maybe
needed 5 writers just to get
You
by.
could have been a writer on this, okay?
That touches on the thing that I hate most about this. It's like the worst part about it is that like later on, she was like, "We have been checking you out, making sure we can exploit or eat you, essentially, but also we are condemning you because you mistreat your children. We don't have a basic understanding of how you survive.
Yeah,
you savages."
Otherwise, we were going to save just her somehow,
Mhm.
despite eating the whole ship.
you think they were gonna kill Chekhov? What's his name? The
Alexander?
yes. No. Is that his name? The little kid?
The little
Yeah.
Worf's little
kid?
son?
Alexander?
Alexander Chekhov.
Alexander Chekhov, yeah.
What's his Russian name, dude?
Rozhenko.
Boskanovich.
Yeah, Roger. So this
no.
dude, like, do you think they read his,
Dragunov.
you think Ivan Drago? You think they read his mind and he's like, this guy's a little piece of shit, dude. This guy.
Yeah, they read his
He's
mind.
like, and by the way, he's a white kid, dude.
Oh my god, they go into his head and they
yeah.
go, "Oh my god, this little boy's in blackface."
Wait a minute, he's white.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Also, they're going into his mind and they're like, "Wow, this boy is a moron. It took him 2 weeks to make this slight bowl out of clay."
That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
I
dude.
didn't understand
By the
that
way,
part.
I was like, is he making King Koopa's fucking chalice? Dude? That's so weird. Dude.
Yeah, it's like a devil chalice or something, like a demon's
It
chalice.
was pretty
does
funny
have
to
like the
see
studs
him.
of like Bowser's like
Yeah,
fucking
his anklets. Yeah,
Yeah,
It
and the
was really
bracelets.
funny to see him get hit in the back of the head. with
the
clay.
Chun-Li bracelets.
That's great.
And then he didn't vote for her, dude. Like he's like everyone's like, this fucking little kid's crazy, dude. Because she keeps saying this is Chucky doll that is her best friend, and fucking Ivan Drago over there like could have said like, holy shit, something fucking attacked me over here, dude.
Yeah,
Ghost.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like, all right, I gotta go fix this goddamn Koopa fucking chalice, and he just goes about his business.
And the moment he gives it to Worf would just be like, "This cup
Yeah.
brings me no honor."
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, it won't stand up on its own. There's water spilling everywhere.
Your pottery skills have no honor.
Yeah. Your ancestors would be fucking horrified to see
Oh wait,
this.
I'm your ancestor.
Oh.
But yeah, she just keeps going around and fucking with people, and then eventually almost kills Deanna. And that's when
Yeah. Here's the thing about Deanna.
Yeah.
She could have figured it out, dude. If she knew how to use her powers, dude.
Yeah.
If she was useful, like what she was hired to do, she would have figured this out. Been like, oh, she's not lying now. Before
I mean,
could sense-
interestingly, she is written as if she is just like a normal counselor, not like some sort of psychic in this episode or empath.
Yeah, they
She's-
completely
but
forgot about her empathy.
I get it, but Marvin, in the episode where she lost her midichlorians, and
Exactly,
she didn't
yeah.
have her powers.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, like people were like, "Oh, you're wrong, Deanna. You're so fucking wrong, you idiot." And now she doesn't use it. No one tells her she's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's written that way. It's kind of like they just always forget she has an empath power.
So you're saying that you feel like Deanna should have been able to been like, oh yeah, this kid's telling the truth and
Yeah,
not lying.
If she's an empath, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she should.
I mean, I know there's supposed to be the whole thing of that, like, oh, it's her truth. She thinks she's really seeing an imaginary friend. But even Clara said at one point, no, she's real now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she like internally understands the difference between an imaginary friend and something that's a real entity that can interact with her physically.
And not only that, as soon as the fake Isabella starts like making her do stuff she doesn't want to do, that
what do you mean the fake Isabella? Was there a real Isabella?
I mean the impersonator, the space baby impersonating.
Solarbaby Isabella.
Like as soon as she starts asking Claire to do things she doesn't want to do, then Deanna should be picking up on like feelings of conflict in her or something.
She's and know that she's not lying as well. Yeah, because
she could have said conflict leads to anger, anger leads to temptation, and done the whole rant. But she's no goddamn Yoda, dude. She can't read anybody's minds, dude.
To be fair, Yoda, those Jedi couldn't read anything either.
Yeah, but they fuck, dude. Shit. Think about all those illegitimate babies.
There was the biggest Sith Lord of all time was sitting next to us this whole time.
That's true, dude. Oh my god, Yoda is a Deanna Troi of fucking Star Wars.
Yoda, Mace Windu, the entire Jedi Council are all Deanna Troys. They all just sit there, useless, unable to do anything.
Yeah.
Hiding something you are.
Yeah.
I like how the novels tried to like claim, oh, he was using Sith powers to cloud their judgment the whole time. It's like,
and then somehow he returned.
Yeah. Isn't that what the opening crawl says?
It should have just been like that. You thought he was gone? He's back. Fuck you.
There's a great interview with J.J. Abrams where he literally just goes, so I saw how Last Jedi ended, and I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but it wasn't compatible with it. But then after a while, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do what I want. And he just brought the Emperor back.
The opening crawl should have like just like a written out version of the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme in it.
Did anyone here have an imaginary friend growing up?
No.
Not
like a for real one.
No, me neither.
Well, it's imaginary.
But I used to have
I mean, like not one that I like actually tried to keep up as like, yeah, this is an imaginary friend, guys.
I think the closest is I used to write letters to cartoon characters as a 7-year-old. Like I would write like a letter to like Sonic the Hedgehog or something.
Okay.
But that's about it. I don't think but I didn't think like Sonic is here with me.
You're trying to lure them? Like to catch a predator?
Yeah, 7-year-old Marvin was trying to lure Sonic the Hedgehog.
So 7-year-old Marvin's like, I think this fucking guy's a perv, dude. He's a hedgehog, dude. Fuck this, dude. I think this fucking blue bastard is up to something. Let me try to lure him.
Did you ever have your parents
comes in with a 6-pack of beer?
Did you ever have your parents like check your room for
rings?
For scary things under the bed or the closet or anything like that? Like nothing.
No, that legitimately never happened for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, because my dad let me watch scary movies from a very young age, so I wasn't.
So you weren't afraid
of
anything. You just like knew.
My dad would actually scare me himself. He would like hide in and then pop out. No. So I just used to like. I
think I was afraid of like things I see on the news. I would be like, "Oh my god, there's like murder on the loose." I hope they don't come in our house. Yeah. Or like, you watch Unsolved
I misheard
Mysteries.
you. I thought you had said like murder, like the general concept of murder.
There's a general murder on the list.
Yeah. There's a murder.
Murder is still a concept in human society.
Oh shit. I mean, as a kid, that might be frightening.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't have an imaginary friend, but I would see things. I would see things in my room and stuff and imagine things, and to the point where I slept in the hallway.
Oh yeah,
for many years when I was a kid.
Why would you sleep in the hallway?
My room
didn't like
was,
your room.
My room is scary. Like I just didn't. I don't know.
But those were like things you believed you were seeing, like real things, though.
Yeah,
like in the moment.
It was yes, and I slept in the hallway on the floor of my house for many years. I mean, my parents were like, they would try to be like, okay, you should sleep in a bed, you should sleep in your room. But I think eventually they were just like, well, she just wants to sleep in the hallway on the floor. I guess we'll just let her do that.
There was a point when I was young and we lived in a house that colloquially my family calls the greenhouse because it was green. There was like a tiny.
I mean, the gruita.
There was an extra bedroom that they just use as like a general TV room, and I would always sleep in there. I would never sleep in my bedroom. I would always sleep in the TV room.
Because that's where the TV was.
Well, I wasn't even watching TV actually.
Nerd.
Damn it!
I just like the couch there. I guess.
Interesting.
I think it fit me. I think there was an age where it fit me perfectly, so my feet could be flat against one arm and my head could be touching the other, and I fit like perfectly. And I think I really like that, and I think that's why I slept there.
And your parents just let
being
you
nice and snug.
My parents were very lax with the way when I slept and where I slept. They kind of were just like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never had an imaginary friend, but I felt like there were things crawling on the walls, like bugs, beings, entities in the room, and I felt safer in the hallway. I don't know. Looking back, it's very bizarre.
Maybe you feel safer in a liminal space, like a space of transience versus a space that's an endpoint.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did it for years. I mean, but it's weird looking back. I don't really know why. I just did. That's just what I did.
I wonder what it's like to have an imaginary friend.
Probably lonely, dude.
I mean, I was an only child, but I never had an imaginary friend.
Yeah, you would think if you're an only... I didn't need an imaginary friend.
I was an only child, but I had a little sister, but young enough that that she wasn't like... I was 6 when she was born, so... Never had an imaginary friend. I had imaginary people I fought in the backyard. There's a ton of pictures my dad caught of me, like, fighting.
Wait,
that's different.
That counts.
I would take the broom off the thing, and I'd fucking
you have a stick,
Donatello the shit out of these fucking ninjas.
Well, that's like you're playing, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Like that's. I think it's a little different.
That's what I thought. Like most imaginary friends in practice are. It's like it's just an advanced form of play.
It's not a friend because none of these like characters you're fighting are
these fucking ninjas were enemies, dude. They're not my friends.
Yeah, and also like they're not like named people. Like I don't know who this ninja is. It is a generic. It's a putty.
Yeah.
You know, it's
right. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know their history.
Excuses to do moves.
Exactly. Yeah, it's literally just like, I have a Nerf gun. I got to shoot it at something that isn't my parents.
Yeah.
So I have to like make up either like shooting courses or I have to like make up imaginary enemies to shoot at. And, you know, that's what I got to do. So that's why I did stuff like that. Yeah. Or I have like a toy sword. It's like, what am I going to swing it at? Well, I have to swing it at like, you know.
I am curious to know like how like maybe there's a cultural like divide in how common imaginary friends are as like a practice.
You think
like I do want to know? I don't know. Like that would be interesting to see if that is the case.
Because Ivan Drago didn't have an imaginary friend.
It seems to be such a common trope with kids.
But he's got blackface, so.
And I don't know if I know any kids that growing up that had imaginary friends, but it's so common in TV and movies.
I think it's fake.
Stuff.
I think someone made it up and people were like, oh yeah, I know. Like, no, you don't. You don't know anybody with imaginary friends.
It feels like, like this episode 2 is full of like tropes associated with other but the thing is like I associated this sort of plot line with cartoons. Like especially, which makes this feel like a kid's show that got half baked and then tried to convert into something else.
Into Star Trek.
And didn't work.
You think imaginary friends is like fucking like quicksand? That someone was like, dude, have you heard of quicksand? I was like, what is maybe quicksand? And he's like, dude, there's this sand. Did you fucking walking over it? You fucking sink and it just sucks you in, dude. And he's like, whoa. He's like, his real thing is like, yeah. And it just spread like wildfire, dude. It just spread
it's
like
like
wildfire.
A strong and persistent idea. Like they've even made a whole cartoon TV show about the concept. Foster home for imaginary friends in the mid-thousands.
Yeah. And I guess sometimes kids, I mean, I know of kids who have attached like living personas to their toys. You know,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, like my doll's name is this. It does this. My transformer.
That's all of Toy Story.
Exactly. So I wonder if that's like a transfer to an imaginary friend entirely.
I never had that shit.
I
there's
personally
like imaginary
never did that,
animals and stuff that kids. I mean, my niece talks about weird imaginary animals all the time.
Well, your niece wants a pet really badly, so.
Huh?
Your niece wants a pet, right? So
yeah, for all intents and purposes, she's a white girl.
So maybe my theory stands.
Well, girls want pets, though. They don't have to be white to want a pet.
Only white kids want pets, dude.
I wanted a pet.
She's a white girl.
I did too, and
I guess I thought I was white for a while, though.
Marvin, you never had a pet growing up?
We had pet birds and turtles.
But no dogs or cats?
No dogs or whatever reason, my mom and dad, or specifically my dad, really was very like anti-dog or cat. And even when we got like a porch cat, like a cat that just lived on our porch.
Sounds racist when you say that, like that.
Porch cat.
Well, it's not the other term, but a cat that lived on our porch.
Yeah,
we named her Tiger. And, she lived on our porch for a while, but my dad eventually found a home for her. And so
he's like, you got to get this fucking cat out of here, dude.
Yeah, get her off the porch.
So my parents have always, my mom and now my sister, basically like we have like I would call like a stationary animal that's just ours, right? That stays in the house. That's our pet. But there's a revolving door of like, hey, this person found a dog, but they're gonna just take it to the pound. Oh, we'll keep it until we find somebody to have it. And like we've given away dogs, and then like one dog.
So you're like fostering a lot.
Yeah, and like right now my sister has 3 cats, and then this cat just started hanging out, a porch cat, and then I think she got her like fixed, and then now like it's the outdoor cat now. It literally lays outside and has a little bed, and like when it rains, my sister opens a garage. Like so, like we always had fucking animals, and some of them I liked, some of them I hated because like they were my animals. You know what I mean? They're like just, and some of them were mean, some of them were nice.
So is it always like dogs and cats, like a mix?
Oh, we had guinea pigs. We've had turtles. We had a turtle for a long time, and then it ran away.
What?
Wow.
Well, it was outside, and we just let it go.
Fast turtle.
And then we would always find
fast,
it.
Man.
Yeah, we would find it at the neighbor's house and bring it back. But then one day it just escaped and never came back. So
yeah,
with turtles, hamsters, guinea pigs.
Wow.
A lot of birds, but I never liked that. I never liked having birds.
I liked when we had cockatiels.
I hate having any bird in captivity because there's an animal that like was given the gift of flight, and you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking trap it.
Well, when we had birds, we actually never kept them. We never kept them in the cage. And we never clipped their wings.
It's still in the house, which is a big cage.
Like, it wants to be out in fucking in the skies.
When you have the sky.
Yeah. And
sky's
like,
the limit, literally.
Yeah. So. I'm going to fucking paralyze this goddamn fucking bird, dude, so it never flies again. So I hate
to make that argument about every pet.
That's true. That's why I don't like zoos. I don't like zoos.
I don't know. Birds are special because they can fly, yes. But like if I open the door, my cats are going to maybe go out for a second, but then they're going to want to come back in.
That's what happened to our birds. They would want to go out for a second and then they come back in. So that's because we have trained these animals to want to stay in the house. But if they had grown up in the outdoors, no matter what, they would want to stay out. So the only exception is dogs because we have bred them for millennia to be dependent on us.
Yeah, and to say really you don't Taco Bell.
Yeah, over and over again. They have no choice in the matter.
We bred them smaller and louder and with more bigger accents.
Dogs
for years humans. We were stuck on Queremos Taco Bell, but then we bred it out of them.
Yeah.
We bred it out.
I mean, it gives them a genetic heart condition now every time, but at least now they properly say yo quiero.
And
so,
we also
now their right hind thigh leg is bound to fail. But at least they say it right.
Also, we weaned them off the Taco Bell because they were addicted to it.
Yeah. Now they'll eat anything with the taco. Del Taco, Taco Bell, Albert Tacos, all those places.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a lot of animals, and I didn't have any friends, imaginary or otherwise. No,
I love that because I didn't grow up with animals. I wanted animals really badly, but my parents were just. I don't know. They just didn't want to deal with it. And so now as an adult, I've gone overboard on the animals. It's now I want all the animals.
Yeah.
Mostly cats though.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have a dog, but I just
snakes?
want.
You hate snakes?
Sarah doesn't like any reptiles.
No, I don't. Okay, I don't like snakes. And I'm thinking about that video you shared the other day. Do snakes poop?
Yeah,
Like
of course
they do.
Of course they do.
Where does it go
Take sonic
otherwise?
showers? Do you think they take sonic showers? It's like ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
No, but like I actually haven't thought about it before. So snakes do
Anything
poop?
that eats has to poo.
Yeah, dude.
Well, the game Snake teaches you wrong.
So where does it really come out of like a
There's a
Like
little
a
hole in the
hole
back.
like that?
Yeah, they should, dude.
shocked?
that's
Like I'm
digestive
shocked.
tract.
No, like I'm literally shocked right now that like
it's a similar
I
hole.
didn't
where
really think about what happens when a snake eats and where does it. I just thought it just I don't know.
Comes out their ass. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like
What?
what happens to every animal? They poop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just didn't think about
snakes
it.
might actually, they might have a cloaca. I think they might.
Yeah, I think they do.
reptiles are among those
Yeah.
that have cloacas.
And
so-
birds.
Yeah, but that's essentially
What is
it's
that?
poop.
Cloaca?
Yeah, it's it's a poop hole.
So cloaca
Waste hole.
is you know how like mammals have a separate urine hole and a poop hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certain species like reptiles.
You know how the saying goes, two in the gooch and one in the stooch?
Yes.
Like
I'm
birds and
familiar.
reptiles have just one hole where all of it
So
comes
it's
out
just
of one
all
hole.
in that.
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an omni
Three in the
gooch.
stooch. Three in the stooch.
Yeah.
Oh my-
No, it's just an omni gooch.
an
Oh,
omni-
okay. I guess so.
It
Yeah.
does it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
And that's
God.
why
That
bird
was
poo
a
tends
really
to be a little
disturbing
like
video.
wet at the same
Yeah.
time.
there's
Oh
somebody
my
that's very
God.
upset. They're like, when the fuck are they gonna get back to fucking Deanna, dude?
Well, we kind of discussed it all.
Here's the thing about Deanna. Let me say my 10 cents about Deanna. I like the character.
did,
dude.
though.
Look, I love the show, dude. Again, for the new listeners, I love the show. That's why I keep watching it every goddamn week. If I was in charge of fucking staffing the Enterprise, I'd be
Yeah.
like, Deanna's got to go, dude. She's fucking useless, dude.
She's gotta go.
She's endangered us multiple times.
I would just say she's not bridge necessary.
Yeah.
Like
For the most
Exactly.
part, no.
and also, her mother has caused international incidents
yeah.
more than once.
Yeah.
She walks around here naked and makes some people uncomfortable. Nah, I'm okay with it. But other people are uncomfortable. And again, she's useless. Let's get Teabag back here and hired him or whoever. Remember the full-blown Betazoid?
Yeah.
Oh,
the one that was like,
get some of
there
those
was one
dudes.
that was super useful.
But that guy was
Yeah.
super annoying. You don't want that guy. That guy
I don't
that
care,
guy,
dude. At least
that guy was
he's
an annoying
useful.
piece of shit.
I would be like, you shut up and you talk until
we
we tell you
needed
to
we needed
talk.
Kamala. We needed Kamala to become permanent
Oh,
counselor.
yeah. Oh,
Who's
why
Kamala?
don't we have her? Yeah.
Who's Kamala?
Kamala.
Jean Grey.
Picard.
Oh,
yes.
hell yeah, dude.
Just
Nah.
have Jean Grey around. Why not?
She would be a distraction, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after
Picard
she
can't
is
focus.
Yeah.
after she's
nobody can
bonded,
focus.
she would no longer have pheromones coming
It
out. of
doesn't
her,
matter, Marvin.
so-
You look at her. You think you can fucking stare at her all day, dude?
Yes, because
No.
I have self control.
No, Marvin.
No.
Your eyes
No.
and your heart would become one, and you would be in love. Dude.
My eyes and my heart would become
100%.
one.
And it's okay. I would understand.
Also,
Yeah.
they're in a nebula.
100%.
The whole episode,
Shush.
they're in a nebula.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
it
that-
does look cool visually. Like that's one of the better parts of
Yeah.
the show.
It looks
that
like it's
things
the
look kind
multiverse of
red and-
madness.
Yeah,
A little bit. I like the spider webby like strand feel that they were getting through. It looked cool.
You know, we gotta watch it. This would have been a good companion piece for Solar Babies because you could really get some Solar Baby.
You
references.
stop pushing Solar Babies for
I'm telling
SummerSlam.
you, Solar
You've gotten at
Baby-
least one listener to watch Solar Babies.
It's true, though.
And guess what?
Yeah.
He sent it in a mail and he said it was a beautiful movie. It was heartwarming. He then cried. He said, I cried. It was so
Oh my
beautiful.
I cried at
I'm
Solar
not sure I
Babies.
remember hearing all that, but
I heard
yeah.
his name was Bert and he loved it.
Bert. Hey, Bert.
sound off, Bert.
Yeah. So I think that I'm gonna give this a fucking. What do we do out of 10?
Yeah.
If we go 10, I'm gonna go 4.5.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I would call it like a 3.
I'm going to go with 3 as well.
I
That was
have
gonna
no
be mine.
reason to ever rewatch this episode ever.
You know
I
what?
was-
No,
when we-
rewind. I'm a 3, dude. I'm a 3.
Because
You
when I
convinced
watched
me.
it with Sarah, as soon as we
Yeah.
started, I was like, I remember nothing about this. I wonder why. And then I was like, this is why.
There's some episodes. There's some episodes that I call party episodes. I've talked about this.
Mhm.
Where like,
yeah.
you could have playing in the background muted at a party. This is not one of them because
No.
people will be like, "Why the fuck is that? Is that boy in blackface?"
That's what they'll keep saying
Got a little boy
over and
in
over.
What is he
Girls won't
making?
stop talking to each other.
Yeah, why is he making a Bowser
Is
fucking
this Star Trek?
chalice?
Why is it scenes of two girls talking to each other constantly?
and Megan was such a bitch, dude. Megan was a bitch, dude. No one wants to say this about a kid, but Megan was a bitch, dude. She kept like trying to get her in
hire
trouble
her for her like really intense stare and like kind of creepy look. She's got a very shining twins look, you know.
Yeah, a little bit,
yeah. So good on that, I guess. And if you had to do this angle, make it scary. Might as well. But I'd say it wasn't scary enough.
No, it should have been scarier.
No,
she should have been scarier.
If she was nice. If she was nice, and then if she was really nice in the beginning, and then she fucking really turned bad.
Well, what if she ended up like killing some people, and they're trying to figure out who's killing these people?
She should have had like, I wanted to see some blood.
Yeah, and they're like, Isabella did it, this fucking little bitch.
And they keep like saying, how are you doing this, Clara?
Yeah,
and they keep
give Clara more to do, because otherwise she's written like a side kid character, but they made her the main character, and that sucks.
If like people kept dying at night, and they're like, no, this is just like the Night Stalker. Fuck, lock your windows.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
The community has to find a Night Stalker.
Yeah, get some cholas here to fucking find her.
Find the killer. Had, like, red rum. Like we could have had like red rum written in like Picard's office on the wall or something.
No, well, she would have said Megan with a 3.
Yeah, so you see Megan.
Yeah.
But look, the Solarbaby like gives this girl more trauma, way more than she has already, and then he just fucking shags ass out of here, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't understand I guess a reason why I'm giving it a 3 as well is when Picard resolves it by saying like, hey, we make rules to protect kids. And that's
right.
Why
we forgot about the ending. So the ending, the Picard gets out of the ending because the kid is like, you guys are mean. That's why we're going to kill you.
Don't let her do what she wants to do.
And Picard says, we're mean because we're trying to protect them. And then the baby goes, oh, okay. And then moves on.
Like, got it. So you'd be a piece of shit if you're trying to protect somebody.
Yes.
Got it. So I'm going to protect you guys by beating the shit out of you and take your fucking energy.
I mean, I took it as like, this is an entity that does not understand the concept of entities that develop.
Solarbaby is only like roller skates. They only understand things in roller skates, dude. And nobody was in a roller skate until they had a.
Is that specific to the movie that you keep trying to push?
It's not even roller. It's roller skates because they're not blades.
Yeah.
For some reason in this world, this post-apocalyptic world, they roller skate everywhere.
It's the most efficient way to travel.
Oh wait, I think I remember you saying this before.
Yes,
now.
I remember seeing clips of Solarbabies where there's inexplicably very clean flat roads.
Yep.
Where they're allowed to skate around.
Well, you know what's so funny is that like you see outside the roads and it's like rocks and fucking sand.
Yeah, but the actual path.
But the road fucking perfectly fucking swept.
Like I don't know if this happened to me last time you tried to describe it, but I'm only thinking of those fucking roller guys from Return to Oz.
Oh yeah.
With the masks on like the top of their heads that were creepy as hell.
Yeah. Or
I've
like
seen Return to Oz. I don't like.
Or like the gangs from the Warriors.
There
was that one gang that was on roller skates. They were like, oh, if they just go up the stairs in the subway, they can't find them.
Yeah. So this is.
Sorry, what was your point, Sarah? You were saying something about
You're saying something about Solarbaby.
It was 3. It was a 3 because
it was a 3 because of the moral of the episode. Because each Star Trek episode seems to have kind of a little summary paragraph,
like a fable. Yeah.
This is the moral of the story, and this one was kind of like, we protect children and we have rules to protect kids. And then the Solarbaby was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then that's it. Like I don't know. It just felt very anticlimactic for Star Trek.
Yeah, he basically outlines the need for like laws and rules in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically
goes,
look, the general public are very stupid.
Yeah.
They're very stupid and they need laws or else they'd be going 100 miles an hour on the highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
He should have said it like that. He should have been like, you know what? Kids are fucking stupid. And
he should have said humans, monkeys, monkeys, stupid.
He should have been like, we all have rules. I have rules right now.
Yeah.
Like
he's like, I have rules. I can't just be naked. I have to wear clothes.
Yeah, I can't just shoot people left and right. You know, like
he's a
everyone has rules.
Warford loves to stab everybody here, but he has rules and he's got self-control, dude.
Yeah. It just felt very anticlimactic and a little bit I don't know. It's just a little bit weak on the moral of the story.
Weak on everything, Sarah. It was weak on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't that much.
Sauce.
There's no real like redeeming qualities.
It doesn't really seem to fit in this season.
Yeah.
And then
at the end, they're like, well, let's give them free energy. Shoot the fucking. Let's solve the problem by shooting at it, and then they shoot at it.
Let's give them a buffet of energy right now.
And then Picard's like, well, why don't you just tell us you need energy? I would have given you energy.
Yeah. And let's blow our load into this fucking nebula.
Yeah, and then he decides to give them energy for free.
But it's a stopgap solution. Like it's like, hey, here's a supply, but we're also fucking.
Tell Starfleet to come back every month and shoot more energy into this nebula.
Yeah, if you want to come to a world, you got to wear roller skates.
Also, like they didn't know if these guys are good guys or not. What if you're empowering a bunch of super evil solar babies, and now you're making them stronger and stronger?
The solar babies were nice, dude.
Judging from the evidence so far, they seem to be jerks.
Yeah. I mean, they wanted to kill everyone.
Yeah,
right away. They were only willing to spare one child.
This seems like they should have just left the nebula and shoot a bunch of photon torpedoes into it and make it collapse. And that's what they should have done.
I'm not gonna lie. This seems like a real like setting them up to fail. Like, oh, we judged you. Too bad. Like fucking like Jesus, dude. Judged. You guys are a piece of shit.
Just like Jesus.
Just like Jesus, dude.
Did Dan give a score?
No, not officially, but I'm right there with everybody. It's a 3.
Yeah.
But I will say it's kind of interesting that they try to keep Alexander relevant by including him here.
I know.
Even though, like, I have no faith that they are going to revisit any thread from this episode with him, but it's just interesting.
The Russian kid?
Like,
the Russian kid?
Yeah. That's funny. Sarah and I were like, oh my God, he's here. That's amazing.
It's like, wow, they remember he like exists when it's not about him.
Yeah.
He does talk about going to, what was it, the zoo?
Seminary
zoo.
Yeah, they tried to, I'll give you that. They tried to
Worf?
give some development to the fact that he's spending time with Worf.
Yeah, Worf did a dad thing with him, finally.
Yeah, one piece of evidence that he did a fatherly thing with Alexander now. So there you go.
All right.
Well, I will say that, like, okay, the kid acting, pretty much sucked across the board. But the one time that I thought was kind of like starting to get okay was when Clara like was getting scared.
Yeah,
which is why, is why I think like the angle that Marvin was putting forth earlier about like make it way worse, make it creepier and darker, that would work out for Clara's actor too, because
that would be a killer child. That would have been sick.
Yeah, if Isabella was a killer child and Clara was like, oh my God, like I have to stop her, and she was like a hero.
Oh, that's a baller move. She had to kill Megan.
It's like a Chucky movie.
Yeah.
That's the version I want.
Yeah, that'd be sick. She has to be a dream warrior.
You should have been the 6th writer on this, Dan.
Yeah.
Sarah's the 6th, Daniel's the 7th. And that's what we'll do.
He never call me Daniel. That's
I know. I don't know why that happened. I'm so sorry,
dude. Here's
that sounds so wrong.
What if Megan wanted to take over Allison's body?
Like she's actually she can't sustain being a imaginary friend. She needs to eventually take over.
Cursing.
And I like you because you're my friend. And
yeah. Me and you till the end, pal. Yeah, dude.
They need to watch more horror movies before writing the script.
More horror movies.
More horror. Horror.
Yes.
Horror.
I give it a 3. 3's all around.
3's all around.
3's for everybody.
Here's the thing. I wish it would have been way more higher than it was when I watched this. But I was a little sober on the sober side.
Yeah.
I think if it was really high, I'd be like, dude, Megan needs to fucking die, dude. Allison needs to kill fucking Megan, dude.
What do you think was going through Worf's mind when he realized that, oh shit, I saw the little girl everyone's talking about?
He probably freaked out. He had a moment like Sarah. He just
did I mess up by not telling anyone?
Yeah.
He's like, damn, I suck at my job.
Yeah, it's not like they did. There's no reason he should have reported it. Yeah,
exactly.
He should have said, "Captain, do I have permission to kill the child?"
Captain, I've never seen this child in a blue dress. I think I should kill her now.
Honestly, at this point, that should at least be a policy of like detain this person.
Yeah, who are you? I've never seen you before, and I know every single person on this ship. I'm Worf.
Yeah, they should have an officer, a solar baby officer that just checks every day for solar babies.
Yeah.
There's an officer. There's a chief officer.
Have we seen any points of light approach this ship lately?
A chief officer of point of light investigation. Yeah.
Solarbaby investigator.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was Imaginary Friend. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm sorry it's so all over, but this is, come on, you all know this episode.
Yeah, this episode had nothing to it.
Marvin,
you're lucky
why are you apologizing?
This episode is this long.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys,
or maybe you're not.
Maybe if you liked what we did.
It was a miss.
I want to hear if you like this episode. I want to hear why, dude.
Yeah,
and
I want to hear why too.
If you do like Imaginary Friend for some reason, I would love to know why.
Please write in. Please write in to contact at newbiestartrek.com.
Now, if you're gonna say this, if you're gonna say, well, I had an imaginary friend when I grew up, I need to know if you're white. I need to know you're white.
Yes, please write down your ethnicity along with whether you had an imaginary friend,
and give us your pronouns.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, dude.
That's actually kind of helpful in emails when they.
I was saying jokingly, but okay.
But yeah, if you guys like what we're doing, hey, you can join our YouTube channel, become a member. Dude. Yeah, and then you get access to YouTube ad-free versions of the episodes, the video episodes, which are higher quality of audio as well versus the regular podcast episodes. But also,
Marvin, an idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I had to tell you this idea before I forget it, dude. One of the tiers is that our anime characters are nude. That should be like that.
Oh, that's on our OnlyFans page.
If we ever make an OnlyFans, it could just be the episodes, but we're nude.
Oh my god!
The characters are nude. The characters.
Yeah.
That'd be the stupidest shit that might actually work to some degree. That, like, I don't even want to try it because it sounds so stupid. But it also sounds like it might work.
John would be willing. John be down to draw it. He'd be down.
All right.
But yeah, but you also
don't encourage this. Viewers, tell us to stop.
No. Encourage this,
OnlyFans.
Marvin. But you have to go. We'll do our best to describe her genitalia, but you have to do it off the description.
I mean, a dick's a dick. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, but you can really get detailed on it, dude. You know?
Yes.
No,
but also,
everybody's unique in their own way.
Yeah. But if you join the channel, not only do you get those ad-free episodes, you also get early access to new episodes. So that's pretty cool.
Do they?
Yeah, get early access. Yeah, you just did the intro. You said it. So I
wasn't high when I did the intro.
But yeah, you get early access and other perks and stuff are coming. I think I'm gonna try to hook up a Discord when I finally get around to learning how to make sure that works correctly, and a bunch of other things that we're planning down the road. We're potentially doing live streams and stuff like that. But also,
we're teasing this for 2024, dude.
Yeah,
imagine a tier where we're doing we're live streaming the episodes. You know. It could happen next year. Could happen.
Yeah. And not just live stream, but you guys will be in chat. So you can ask us questions.
Yeah.
Talk to us as we do that.
Exactly. You could correct us on
that's our
certain things.
I mean,
live correction.
That's our aspiration so far.
Yeah. We'll see what 2024 brings.
I'm just saying, guys, this is going to be fun. It's going to get wild. If you like Tapatio Hot Hands, join now, dude. Because you want to get in early on this Tapatio Hot Hand.
Also, if you do join earlier, you do get a badge next to your name, and the badges do rank up over time. So I think by the time this episode comes out, our very first channel members will have their pips upgraded from an ensign,
Mr. Pip,
to a junior lieutenant. I think so. That'll be fun. I'm actually excited to see those pips upgraded.
Now I have to ask this question.
Yeah,
for the people out there, the people want to know. Say like I'm a teacher, right? And I subscribe during the year, but then the summer I'm not working. You know what I mean? Or you know, like I'm not going to do summer school. I'm going to take some time off for myself, go travel. I can't spend the money on this podcast, dude. I cancel it for a while. Does my ranking go down, or do I keep my ranking when I come back?
I'm pretty sure the ranking stays static. And
I don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. I have a feeling from what I read in the documentation, you can canceling counts as like a suspension.
Okay, so you could pause it.
I think so, based on what YouTube's documentation on it looked like. Because there's a whole section about canceling memberships and how that affects things.
Yeah.
But yeah, but also if you guys ever want to just email us, ask us something for the podcast, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. So I'm putting a relevant link into our little chat
I have a question though before.
Oh, okay.
My question is, what the fuck is a pip?
The thing on your shoulder, on your collar. The little rankings.
They're the little
Yeah,
gold
the little
circles on the
circles.
collars
Got it.
that denote rank.
Yes,
Mr. Pip.
yes. That's a pip. But I just put something in our general group chat that is relevant to the email. And the title of the email from Mark is called Gay Porn Saves Star Trek. So this is what it says.
What did you link me here?
It's actually to a library, so it's fine. The email goes, "Hi newbies, Mark here. So I actually just wrote a speech about Star Trek for my speech class, Let's Go Community College, and I thought I'd share something with you. So while this is by no means a 100% historically accurate recount, basically fan fiction saves Star Trek. This is actually true, what they're about to say. When the original series was running, Spockanalia, which is a zine, was pretty well known in the community. It contained things like fan art, fanfics, and surprisingly enough, letters from the cast and some of the writers themselves. In one copy of Spockanalia that I read, a member of the staff confirmed the rumor that was floating around that season 3 was the last season. With the zine, the fans were able to amass enough support to send enough letters to harass the studios into making a 4th season. Of course, this was the last season, and after that, there was just a fan-made echo chamber. Gene Roddenberry apparently used the zines, which may have continued homoerotic fanfictions of Kirk and Spock, to convince the studio heads to make more Trek content. And then 10 years after TOS was canceled, they made the first Trek movie. Also, Spockanalia organized, I think, one of the first Trekkie conventions. Anyway, I've linked the zine I used as a source in my speech for my class. Another fun fact, in a fan-made work, I can't remember if it was a fic or a poem, the writer mentioned the word Navarre, which, if I remember correctly, was then used as a Vulcan planet/settlement name in one of the way newer Trek shows. So, thanks, Mark. Yeah, so this is essentially, if the link is working for you guys, and if it's not, for the viewers, I mean, I will find some alternate way to get this to you. But basically, Spockanalia is one of those old school zines that people used to literally just photocopy.
What the fuck is a zine?
You know, those
short for magazine.
Yeah.
Oh,
made, self-made by amateurs.
So this would be like a blog, like an old-timey blog, kind of.
Yeah,
sort of. But it's a collection of
like
lots
a Tumblr,
of different,
like a Tumblr,
sort of. But it's
like
more
a Discord server.
No, it's because a lot of people are collecting things together and then presenting it as a package.
Wikipedia?
No, there's nothing really quite like a zine, I guess.
This is pretty cool. This is amazing.
There's a ton of shit in here in just this one issue of Spockanalia. I don't know. It's 113 pages.
Oh my god.
And this is how much.
Do you know how often they would release new issues of the zine, or how often they tried to?
I don't know. I think it was like a quarterly thing. If I remember, when I first got this email, so I actually got this email a long time ago, and I had forgotten to.
You keistered it?
I had forgotten to talk about it because it just got buried under a few other emails. So when I came back to it, I did a little bit of research, and I think it was initially done quarterly, and I think it kind of fell off and did it less commonly after that. But Spockanalia is popular enough to the point where you can buy paperback reprints of it on Amazon. People still like it that much.
Ooh,
it's crazy.
So yeah, so it's still obviously it's not actively being created, but it's just was one of those things where it's like fans wanted so much more, and when that starts happening, fans just start creating their own content, right? So that's
this is really amazing.
Yeah, like not
I had no
Star Trek
idea
parody.
this existed.
Yeah, so I mean, there's pages that sort of explain what a pawn farm must feel like and stuff like that. So, it's very interesting. All these little drawings and all these, a lot of drawings of Amok Time of Spock and Kirk holding.
It is interesting to see what all that
perky.
nerd energy turned into in that era.
Yeah,
when computers didn't exist,
Yeah. This is if you don't have the internet, how do you get your fan stuff out?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you make your homoerotic fan fiction?
It's true.
Not by the zine.
How do we make it relevant when I'm feeling this?
Yeah.
Let's collect it. Let's Xerox all of this and put it in a thing. But yeah, thanks, Mark. That was a fun little thing down.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Down history.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very cool.
And you listeners or viewers, if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching and or listening as well. You can head on over to fugitiveframes.com. We have links to all the stuff we do over there, which eventually will be more stuff, as you know.
No, they don't.
I have a social profile now. I have a social profile. It's called ricardo.pdf if you want to follow me on Instagram.
You changed to PDF?
I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
Last I heard it was H264.
Sorry, that's it. That's it. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
This is the worst title.
You just led everyone to a completely different Ricardo.
Ricardo H264. That's my handle on Instagram.
Oh my God. And do you have any idea what PDF actually stands for at that account?
I don't know.
You don't want to know.
Oh no.
Add the right vowels and you get to bad places.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, dude. Or me the right places. So if you want to, ask me a question about, weed or anything, don't ask me. I don't know the answer.
Then don't ask me.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, keep them to yourself.
Yeah. Comments, send them over.
But next week we're watching iBorg. I wonder what this episode's about.
That sounds interesting.
Does that Will Smith?
Yeah, dude.
Potentially. They'll put Will Smith in whiteface to make him a Borg.
Oh, yeah, dude. His wife will actually stay in the marriage.
Damn.
Oh boy.
That was unnecessary roughness right there.
Do you think Will Smith listens to this? Will Smith doesn't care, dude. He's got billions to cry over.
He feels it. He feels it across the world.
He feels nothing, dude. He's a robot. He's iRobot, dude.
He's iBorg.
If he felt it, he would have never made iRobot.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, iBorg.
Bye, everyone. Till next time.
See ya.
Yes, damn.